Thank you so much. America the Beautiful by Maricruz Castro of the Filipino community.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His light on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful, for patriot dream that sees beyond the years, thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Venerable Che Bev, Temple of Tacoma, and Venerable Ratsami, Purahangura Temple, Olympia, for our blessing.
If everyone can put your hand, pray.
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะจิยันโตโพธิยโมเลสัจจานังนันติวัตตโนเอวังตวังวิจโยหายจยาสุจยมังคะเลอภราจิตปาลังเกสัยเสมวิโปคาเรอภิเศษเกสามวโพธิยานังอังคาปัตโตภโมตติสเนคาตังสมังคะลังตังสหติตังสุขโนสมโหตจะสยตังพรหมจารัยปฏิกินังกายกรรมังวิจากรรมังปฏิกินังปฏิกินังมโนกรรมังปนัยติเตปฏิกินานิกาตวานลพันตัตเตปฏิกิเน
The Buddhist monk, blessing to all of you, be grant happiness, delight, prosperity, harmony, longevity. Be all human being, well-being, be all human being, consistent gratitude and peace in family. Thank you.
Board of Tacoma Temple. Thank you so very much. At this time, it is only very, very appropriate that we recognize and introduce to all of you who are here on behalf of our community leadership from all over Washington. We are very, very honored to have them here. And our dear special guests, when your name is called, please stand up boldly and face the audience and wave your hand to them so that they can see who you are, because you also played a big role in this project and all of what we do as a community. So thank you so very much for being here. We are very honored to have our Lieutenant Washington. We are honored to have our Washington State Senator, Steve Conway. We're very honored to have our Washington State Senator, Twana Nobles. We are very, very honored to have Washington State Representative Speaker of the House, Lori Jenkins. And this is a treat for me and Sharon, because this guy doesn't travel around the state for nobody. I want to say that. But he's here today. He is the chair of the capital budget for the Washington State House Representative, and he is our friend for a very long time, Representative Steve Theringer. And Pierce County, you should all be proud that he's here. We also have with us, we're very honored, Washington State House Representative Cindy Jacobson. Well, maybe Cindy's still stuck in traffic. Washington State House Representative Addison Richards. They're in the same accident, I believe. And I don't see my brother yet, so I won't call up his name, but please clap for him. It's Washington State House Representative Jake Fye. We're honored and proud of this young man, our very own Pierce County Executive Ryan Mello. Our Pierce County Council Chair, Johnny Hitchin. And our sweet sister, City Mayor of Tacoma, Victoria Woodard. We have our very good friend, City of University Place Mayor Javier Vic Figueroa. And our friend from the City of DuPont, Deputy Mayor Mike Winkler. We have City of Tacoma Council Member John Hines. He was here. City of Tacoma Council Member Joe Bushnell. He lost his seat. My dad always told me you will lose your seat if you're late. Is Sister Olgie Diaz here? She's on the way. And our sister, Council Member of Tacoma, Christina Walker. Council Member Sandesh Saudag, City of Tacoma. Our Fire Chief, Siona Stallings Alailima. Lakewood friend, Councilmember Michael Brandsetter. A good sister for a very long time, Port of Tacoma Commissioner Deanna Giller. Our advisory board member, Art Wong, advisory board member, former judge and state legislator. And the mother of Asia Pacific Cultural Center, Patsy Surh Place. National Equity Fund is here. Yeah, right there. One of our funders. Dustin Coons from Banner Bank, one of our funders. Claire Peters, former Board of Tacoma Commission and Advisory Board of APCC. Claire is right there. Francis Lawrence, Advisory Board for APCC. I don't know if he's here, but Nam Nguyen, Executive Director of Commission on Asia Pacific American Affairs. Okay, he's in traffic. Ekarath Sisavati, Commissioner. There you go. Or Kappa. And Kendall Kosai, Kappa Commissioner. Andrea Smith, Parks Tacoma Commissioner. And there is one Port of Parks Tacoma Commissioner that is here, and because he's new, I believe his last name is Peters? Pete Reyes. Pete Reyes, right there. There you go. I will soon be singing your name.
We got one more, Lua.
Yes.
We got one more right here.
One more. Yes, and there you are. Hi. Parks Tacoma is our sister. Ladies and gentlemen, this project could not have been done without the love of a woman. The Executive Director of Low Income Housing Institute. A few years ago, we asked Sharon to help us build our first housing project. And she, with no hesitation, said yes. To welcome all of you here and to explain our process that we went through for this project, I'm going to bring up my sister, Sharon Lee.
Totally joyous occasion. If you recall the groundbreaking, I think the land was frozen. Remember being there? It was like super, super cold. So good timing, contractors, for the opening, right? I know, you will get a chance to see this incredibly designed building, well-constructed building. And I am pleased to announce that we have 66 residents who have moved in. And believe, we only have 11 vacant units, and people are going to fight for those remaining 11 units. Oh, unless Steve Theringer and the state legislature promises more and more funding for the State Housing Trust Fund. Now, I know that you'll get a chance to tour the building, but I do want to recognize the design and construction team. Quickly, I just want to have a representative from Weber Thompson Architects and Walsh Construction to come up. Congratulations to this exceptional team. Thank you so much. Thank you. And just to know the entire team, it is in your program, all of our consultants who have dedicated their time and energy to make this an exceptional building. Thank you. So, I know you're curious as to who has moved in, because after all, that's what we're all about. We're all about handing keys to individuals who truly need affordable housing. We have 20 units set aside for homeless vets. Thank you to the Tacoma Housing Authority. Now, I know that HUD has threatened tremendous cuts, but before the cuts, we have 10 project-based Section 8s from the Pierce County Housing Authority. Thank you. And so, just so you know, we have 59 individuals, these are seniors, 55 and over, who have been previously experiencing homelessness. So 59 people who have been unhoused now have a place called home. So the balance of the individuals moving in, which includes singles and couples, include tax credit finance units that are at 50 and 30% of the area median income. So these are people in the workforce. And so this is basically mixed income, very diverse. We have this incredible staff, and we have, as you know, Lua, thank you. She did the referrals. We have a lot of Asian Pacific Islanders. Thank you. So I also want to make a plug for Phase 2. Now you're wondering, how come this is only for seniors? Well, Phase 2 will include families, singles, and couples. So we are mostly almost funded. We're just short a little bit of money to then, wherever you're standing and sitting, will be Phase 2. This side will be the continuation of the courtyard, and over there would be multifamily housing, and those are the drawings. So what I want to say is that this would not have been possible if it wasn't for major funding from the State Housing Trust Fund. And we are proud, very proud of our legislators, because you have, and of course the governor, and Lieutenant Governor, who made it, you have the highest level of funding for the State Housing Trust Fund ever. So we are so appreciative. And we have to thank Executive Brian Mello and the County Council for the Maureen Howard Affordable Housing Act. Basically, I think that there's a whole new world of being able to address the housing crisis and the homelessness crisis because of the local support from the city, the county, and the state. And of course, I want to say, in terms of the Tacoma Mayor, Woodard, she actually asked us, if people remember the encampment at People's Park, right? So she asked us to please set up a tiny house village, right? And so it was her and actually Michael Mira and Maureen Howard and Jeff Robinson, these are names you all know, who said, Sharon, you gotta do more, you gotta do more. You can't just like, you know, lay back there, right? So, so we set up a tiny house village immediately, right during Christmas, right over the holidays. And then we moved it to land from the Tacoma Housing Authority, gave us free land. And we continue to move it. And now we also have a tiny house village for families with children at 6th and Orchard. And I want to thank the county and the city for funding that. So the whole idea is that get people out of tents, get people out of cars, move them into tiny houses and shelters, and then move them into permanent supportive housing with Patsy Surh Place, and then moving into permanent housing with family housing. So we want to thank all of you for this incredible opportunity, because I think this is the future, that with the federal cuts, we have to make these gains locally. And I want to thank Patsy Surh for this incredible opportunity, and Lua Pritchard for the partnership. So basically, the partnership is that 51% of the ownership will be with APCC. And over time, after the tax credit partner exits, then I don't mean to rush you about exiting the partnership. when you exit it'll be about 15 years. Then we can have another celebration. So I want to thank everybody here. We want to preserve housing and develop housing and make sure that people are not displaced from the Lincoln District and not displaced from this wonderful community. We are here to stay.
I notice a lot of APCC board members. So if you're a board member of APCC and an advisory board member that I have not called you for, please stand up right now so that you can be recognized. And also we have a Lehigh board member here. Her name is Nancy Bennett Evans. Where are you? Right there. Somebody please. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so very much. At this time, you know, we almost can't do anything without this sister-in-law. We don't know what to do when she leaves the mayorship. So, because every time we want to do something, she's the first to we cry to. And then the second one was Lori Jenkins. And now there's a third one, is Yasmin Trudeau. So, I'm going to bring her up here because this is one of her projects. It's one of the things that she's been mentoring us about and been proud of about us about. So she needs to come up here and say hello. And plus, you're standing and sitting in her city.
Yeah, you are.
This is city of Tacoma. Yes. So she needs to come here and address all of you. None other of the city of Tacoma Mayor, Victoria Woodard.
Thank you, my sister Lua. Good morning, everybody. What an honor it is to be here today to celebrate the grand opening of Patsy Surh Place. You know, as mayor or as an elected official, you get to go to a lot of groundbreakings, right? Elected officials, you get to turn over a lot of dirt. But somehow, because of term limits, you get to turn over the dirt, but you don't always get to cut the ribbon on the thing you turn the dirt over for. So I'm super excited that in my last year, that I not only got to cut the ribbon in late 2023, but I get to stand here today to celebrate the grand opening of Patsy Surh Place. And that's something worth yelling about. I was sitting next to Patsy and I leaned over to her and I told her how excited I was and how proud I was of the fact that she helped make this happen. And in true Patsy fashion, as she's crying and making me cry, she says, no, all of you helped me do this. All of you did this, not, she didn't say didn't help me, she said, all of you did this, not me. And Patsy, what I will tell you is that if people are gonna push people up a hill, there's gotta be somebody in front who's willing to lead. And while we may not have, while you may not have, or while you may have known that we were behind you, you didn't realize you were leading the way, we couldn't have got here if we didn't have somebody to push up the hill. And Patsy, so I say directly to you, on behalf of every person that is here, every person that is represented here, every person who lives in the city, I'll take some privilege, and I can even say everybody who lives in this county on behalf of Ryan Mello. I'll go a little further and say everybody who lives in this state on behalf of all the state legislators who are represented here along with I was going to say our governor. Woo. I may be, Denny, I may be putting something out there. But I can even say on behalf of the state of Washington, honestly, Patsy, we are so grateful for you. And this is because of you. Many of you may remember the Lincoln Business District, as it was more than a decade ago. If you think about a decade, I can think about further than that because I went to the greatest high school in the city of Tacoma that sits behind here. Go A's! But if you remember this place, there was a point where it was thriving, and there was a point where it stopped thriving as much as it should. And now as we stand here today, we are once again in a remarkable transition. And under the leadership of former Mayor, and now Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland, who cannot be here today, under her leadership, the city invested more than $10 million into revitalizing this community, modernizing the infrastructure and enhancing its vibrancy so that this could be possible. And we made this investment because we believe in this neighborhood. We believe in its future, and today we see the results of what happens when you believe. Patsy Surh Place is a shining example of what is possible when we not just invest, but we invest with a vision and a purpose. As we continue to face this housing crisis here in Tacoma and across the entire nation, this project represents a beacon of hope. 77 units of deeply affordable housing for low-income senior. I'm talking 30 to 50% of the area median income. Seniors who deserve to live and age with stability and dignity in a place that is as beautiful as the life they have lived and contributed to the community that they love. But to be honest, this is more than just about housing. This is about honoring the spirit and the culture of what we call the Lincoln District. Tacoma's International Business District, a neighborhood enriched by generations of Asian-owned businesses, families, and cultural heritage. This project helps ensure that BIPOC seniors, especially our Asian and Pacific Islander neighbors, can stay rooted in the community, close to familiar businesses, services, and culturally responsive care. This is what equity in housing actually looks like, and we're doing it here in Tacoma. Patsy Surh Place represents more than just a roof. It offers culturally and linguistically sensitive services, making residents feel not just housed, but at home. This incredible achievement would not have been possible without the leadership and tireless efforts of the Low Income Housing Institute and the Asia Pacific Cultural Center. From the bottom of my heart, to the two of you ladies, Sharon and Lua, thank you so very much. This project is going to be a project that changes lives for generations. And Sharon, let me say to you, we've had Lua, we're keeping Lua, she's not going anywhere, Lua, I hope you heard me. But Sharon, I know that prior to your first project with Tiny Homes in Tacoma, you did a lot of work in Seattle and King County. And I'll be honest, there's not much we want to steal from Seattle and King County. But we will gladly take you any day of the week. As a matter of fact, Executive Mello has already confirmed for me that we have office space for you at the county. So when this is over, if you want to drive up to Seattle and you need a few of us to follow you to get your things, we'll move you right into Tacoma because you are already home here. And Sharon, we are grateful for your commitment and your investment in Tacoma and Pierce County. Please give her another round of applause. Today, we don't just cut a ribbon. We open doors to a future where our seniors are honored, our communities are strengthened, and our values are made visible. Congratulations, Patsy.
As more of our dignitaries arrive, and for me to eye them down, I want to recognize them because they are very special people to all of us. So Elizabeth Bondbright from Tacoma Public Schools Board, a very doer. Yes, I like Elizabeth a lot. She's a lady that gets things done. And there are two people here very special on behalf of Office of Congresswoman Emily Randall and Office of Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland, because they couldn't be here because they're in Washington, D.C., but they sent their legislative leaders here. Where are you here? There is one. Yeah. Okay. And the other one is still stuck in traffic. All right. Well, here's a young man that we're very proud of. We love the way he does things, he gets things done. And that's the way we like it. That's why we follow him and we want to support him as well. But he's a guy who really understands our community, and because he's from the community. So his heart is pure of the community. And we love it very much. We want to bring him up here because this is his county. Pierce County. So Pierce County Executive Brian Mello.
It is so great to have an overflowing crowd here to help us celebrate the opening of Patsy Surh Place. Auntie Lua, you know, you already have permanent residency here, as the mayor noted, and the mayor was not kidding. Sharon, we do have open office space in our county administration. We look forward to making at least a hotel location for you. What an awesome morning to celebrate with all of you, and a great reason to celebrate here, this opening of Patsy Surh Place. I am so proud that Pierce County joined with the state of Washington, the city of Tacoma, and private equity funders. The Pierce County was very proud to invest $7 million into this project for these funds right here. You know, Sharon mentioned it, the importance of local funding to make us highly competitive for state housing trust fund dollars and private equity. Local dollars are essential to being competitive. And that is why I am so proud that the Pierce County Council passed the Maureen Howard Affordable Housing Act less than 2 years ago. And already, in the short time that we've passed the Maureen Howard Affordable Housing Act, we have 1,000 units of affordable housing either open for folks to lay their head at night safely in a beautiful place, or in active construction or design. That is worth celebrating, my friends. We're here to not only celebrate the opening of another beautiful, safe, and welcoming place for folks to lay their head at night in an affordable way, but we're here to honor the life and the legacy of an incredible person, Patsy Surh O'Connell. For many of you who have had the great privilege of being friends with Patsy, I suspect you might think the way I do when you think about how to describe Patsy. If you're like me, I think of the words quiet and gracious. Patsy is certainly quiet, and she is certainly gracious. She's both of those things. But those of you that know Patsy like I do, you know that she is tenacious.
Yes.
She is a visionary. And she has a great community leader and a gifted artist, and she has shared all of that with all of us. So Patsy was born in Shanghai and was raised in Seoul in the midst of the Korean War. And it is no wonder that Patsy has been courageous and tenacious and so accomplished her entire life. And she is not done. We have a lot more to do. Her grandfather was the second Korean to graduate from an American college more than 120 years ago. What an accomplishment.
Wow.
It's that same commitment to excellence, that same tenacity that led her to help found our amazing institution right here in Pierce County, our Asian Pacific Cultural Center that we are so very proud of, that helps us support and celebrate 47 beautiful, diverse cultures in our community. Patsy, I'm so blessed, we're all so blessed to call you our friend, to call you our visionary leader, and to celebrate yet another visible sign of what you have done for this community. You are truly an inspiration, and your legacy is going to continue to live on, and you have more legacy to make. Congratulations to you, congratulations to this community. Thank you for everything. Congratulations, everyone.
Important priorities than what I cry out for sometimes. But it's okay because we're sisters in love, and she knows what's good, and she also knows that I'm not the only one that she has to care for. So we love this lady to the max, but I know in her heart she cries when she can't do what we ask her to do. So, yes, I'm sure Laura hears it all sometimes. But we're very proud of her. Look at it. If it wasn't for her, Pierce County would never have the Speaker of the House. And so we're so happy and proud of her, and we just love her to death. Honorable Lori Jenkins, Speaker of the House.
To you if you don't do what Lua asks. Thank you to Lua and to the Asian Pacific Cultural Center for inviting me to the completion of this amazing home. And I just want to say that I spent yesterday with Patsy and with Lieutenant Governor for a bit of time in Olympia. Some of you may not know, in art, and maybe others in the room. Yesterday, we celebrated with the Vietnamese community, the Lao community, the Cambodian communities in particular. 50 years ago yesterday, the first plane arrived at SeaTac, bringing Vietnamese refugees to Washington State. So bringing those refugees to their home. And so it seems so appropriate today, right, to open yet another home for people in this community. You know, over the years, I've attended a lot of things that the APCC has done. And I've been to a lot of groundbreakings that the Low Income Housing Institute has done. And today's really like no other because it brings together these two organizations that have proven on their own that there's nothing they can't do. And it's taken these incredible women, Lua Pritchard, Sharon Lee, and Patsy Surh O'Connell, who have also proven there's nothing they can't do on their own. And they have gotten together. Be afraid, be very afraid, everyone. There is nothing, when Sharon talked to us about the next goal here, that will happen. It will absolutely happen. Because of the power of these organizations and of these women to lead us here. This event, it definitely strikes my emotions really strongly today because it brings us together in celebrations that are in a celebration for, you know, at least two things that are critical for strong communities. One is the obvious affordable housing, especially for low-income seniors, a demographic that we know is really struggling with housing costs throughout Washington. But the other thing that helps build strong communities is a thriving cultural heartbeat that connects people and that brings us together. That's what this combination has done for us of the Low Income Housing Institute and the Asia Pacific Cultural Center. Over the last few years, the legislature has made historic investments in the Housing Trust Fund. And I just want to say that when Steve Theringer and I were elected together, we were fighting like heck to get $200 million a year in the Housing Trust Fund. This year, $750 million in the Housing Trust Fund. A historic amount of money. And that is led by the chair of our capital budget committee, Steve Theringer, to do that. So this project, the Patsy Surh Place, received funding over a number of years from the state of Washington so that we could do this today. We know that housing is a critical need, but that we gotta have a multi-pronged solution here. We have to increase the supply of affordable housing, but we also have to stabilize costs for those struggling here in this state, and we have to support those in our community who are still unable to afford housing. That's why this home that we're opening today is so awesome, because it addresses all three of those things: supply, stability, and support. It does it all. Now, everybody's already recognized Patsy. I can't go through this without saying a couple things. Patsy is also a friend of mine, and I've learned so much from her about persistence, about presence, and about beauty. And Ryan was right to say that she's quiet. I have never been so close to such a quiet person who roars like a lion. Patsy finds ways to lift people up every single day, and now those that live here are going to be lifted up every day in this building with your name, Patsy, by having a home. I can't think of a better way to honor your service, your commitment to making Tacoma a vibrant and inclusive city than by having your name on this perpetual place. So Congratulations to the Asian Pacific Cultural Center, to the Low Income Housing Institute, to Patsy Surh Place, and to maybe more than anyone else, to us, for the completion of this wonderful home.
A lot of speakers, but you've been to many APCC stuff, we always have a lot of speakers. And we don't mind it because it is our culture. It is it's important that we hear from people to share, because these are people who really work with us. These are people who really mean a lot to us, because we wouldn't be able to do and accomplish what we do without the assistance of our elected officials. And I want you to know that our next speaker, I try so hard to understand him throughout the years, because I do understand. I understand what every elected official has to go through, even though I've never been one. Because I know I'm one of those people who really become a pest sometimes. You know, and sometimes I feel like when they see me, they turn the other way and run away, because like, here comes Lua. And so, but it's okay because I keep going. Yeah. They don't scare me at all. But when I see them shy away from me too, that makes me want to go see them more. So, and all of you who are listening and never done this work before, do the same thing I do. Just don't shy away, just keep going. Because you know what? They're going to accept you at some point. Yeah, at some point. Washington State Representative Steve Farringer has become a friend in my heart because he's been there. You know, we've been going to him for many years, and he's been there. And I know he has to do a lot of hard work. And I know he can't care just for us. He has to care for everyone. So his work must be really, really, really hard. And harder than any of us. So, but don't quit on people, our leaders, because they're there to do a good job. And we're not the only ones they have to care for. But you know what? This is a treat of mine. I am so happy he's here today. So, Washington State Representative, the chair of the House Capital Budget, my friend Steve Farringer.
I am afraid, by the way. This is a big deal, and the chain of fear goes from Lua to the speaker, to me getting pulled into the speaker's office, to like, okay, we're going to do this. I said, well, really, and over the years, we have been doing this. We've, I think we put some dollars into the Cultural Center, right, Lua? I think we put some money in the budget this year for the Cultural Center. And of course this project, but this is a great turnout. This is a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal as for what a lot of the speakers have mentioned. I don't know the community the way other speakers have mentioned the community, but one of the challenges we face at the state level is for communities that don't know how to play the game, quite frankly. Don't know how the contracts work, don't know how the grants work, don't know how to access the monies that build community. And Lua obviously knows how to do that, but I think we need to clone Lua and Sharon so to help other communities. But that's what this represents to me, is to see a multicultural community like this who's learned how to access dollars to make their community stronger and build their community stronger. So it's just on a number of levels, it's very exciting. I do want to mention that Senator Trudeau, who's not here, she is my counterpart in the Senate. She helps develop the capital budget in the Senate, as I do in the House. And we work very closely together to get that record number for the Housing Trust Fund. And also, I think in total we had there's over $800 million for housing projects around the state. So she was a real champion, actually making it easier for us to have negotiations when we had to go to conference. So I really want to give a shout out to Yasmin for all her work and her strong support for the diversity of her community. But as we move forward, that I think is the key to work as a legislature, to be able to help more communities partake and do the things that actually build community, whether it's housing, whether it's parks, whether it's clinics or behavioral health facilities. We need to get better at getting these dollars out in the more cultural community. So I'm just really thrilled to be here, and I want to just congratulate you on your community effort, and thank you for the warm welcome, and I appreciate just a small part, and grateful for just a small part I played in this process. So thank you for having me.
And our father at APCC, he is one of our advisory board members. He's been with us for a very long time, and he's been a mentor, and also I know he's my uncle and father figure, but sometimes I overstep and disrespect and kind of yell at him sometimes. Because especially when I know that I say, go see Lori, go see Jasmine, what's going on? So, but anyway, we love him very dearly. We want to bring him up here because he's quite a person to work with and be with for our family at APCC. Thank you, Uncle Steve Conway.
Well, it's such an honor, to be here before you and to be here as a speaker with this group. I want to emphasize once more the work that Yasmin Trudeau did on the capital budget. She's not here today, and I wish she was, because I think about $50 million worth of capital budget projects were in the capital budget for the city of Tacoma, and $29 million for the area I represent, South Tacoma, all right? So when you see Yasmin Trudeau, I want you to thank her for her work and leadership. And I wish you were here today. But to me, this is inspirational. I've represented South Tacoma for almost 33 years, both in the House and the Senate. And as I sit here and stand here and see this crowd and see this building, I can't see it now, but most of you can. And I see that facility for low-income housing, I cannot be but proud, all right, for my district and for South Tacoma. And it is an issue that is absolutely needed. We've had a great debate in the legislature about the need for more housing. But I am going to say to everyone here, we need affordable housing so that people are not putting in more than 30% of their income into their housing. So let us work on that project. Affordable housing is absolutely needed. We can build all kinds of houses and the developers are all willing to do it. But it is absolutely essential that we have organizations that are working on affordable housing for our state. And that standard of 30% of our income in an age where income disparity is increasing. It is absolutely essential. And I can't say more that, I've been around the Lua and also Patsy for many, many years. And when I was working with him in the Korean Women's Association, many of you remember those years, she led the Korean Women's Association. You know what she was working on? Housing, low-income housing. That's what she was doing, and that has been her purpose in our community for so many years, the two of them, that they deserve a resounding applause here for their work on low-income housing for our community. It's absolutely important. And so I can't but be honored to be here today and to be working with them on this project of affordable housing, because that is what our people need these days. So today I see this large crowd. I see a lot of folks here, but let's all be dedicated to the projects of building affordable housing in our community. Thank you so much.
Who's here. We're very happy and very, very proud to have them here. Debbie Burkhardt, representing the National Equity Fund. Thank you so much for all of your assistance.
I am so honored to be here today representing the National Equity Fund. We are the private side of this public-private partnership that we're celebrating today. I have worked with Sharon Lee. I've been at NEF for 30 plus years. This is our 6th project with Sharon, and I'm just so honored to be introduced to you, Patsy, and to you, Lua, and to have this vibrant, creative energy that this is a very special event today. I work nationally in the syndication of low-income housing tax credits that provided 50% of the total development costs for this project, so over $18.5 million. And when we were created in 1987, it was to give not-for-profits like Lehigh, a NeighborWorks organization, access to the capital markets. And we've grown, and we are not only the largest nonprofit syndicator, but we also are the largest syndicator of low-income housing tax credits. And we placed $1.5 billion last year. So it's a wonderful tool because Lehigh and Lua don't have to pay us back at the end of 15 years that they maintain. They get to take that equity value. We will give that back to the not-for-profit groups after they have maintained this as affordable for the 15-year partnership that we're in. So I just wanted to, it's kind of a complex tool, but it's the most valuable production tool that's ever come out of Washington. So I just wanted to say that we were seeing that it'll continue. And with that, as a syndicator, we have partners, bank partners. And so this deal is in a fund of mission-focused Northwest lenders and bankers. And that includes Dustin, who will be coming from me afterwards from Banner Bank. And so without these investors who are interested in the Northwest, we wouldn't have the funding for a project like this. I do want to just give a plug again, like as the other speakers, for the Lincoln District family. We have a blueprint, we have the layers of financing, we have the support of government. We just need to keep plugging away in these times that we're struggling. I'm just so thrilled to be doing another veterans project. NEF has had a strong initiative where we spent $1 billion in equity to build 90 projects across the United States, and we're so grateful to be part of this one now. Thank you.
And our next Dustin Coons. Thank you so much for all of your support.
What a party. This is so great to be here this morning and celebrating, and Banner Bank is just so happy to be a part of this and just feel so welcome to be a part of this community. Banner Bank does about $125 million in affordable housing lending on an annual basis, and throughout our footprint we do about $400 million. We are just a small regional bank, but we recognize the importance that affordable housing has and what affordable housing provides to a community. This is a community that I'm just proud that we're a part of. I would love to take one of those 11 units, but I don't think I would qualify. But Thank you so much. And looking forward to phase 2. Let's make phase 2 happen. Thank you so much.
Physically and mentally. And in our family, in APCC, he's big in our hearts. So he left Congress, he went to Olympia, but we worked very hard and so hard for so many years when he was in Congress. And then I kind of forgot about him in Olympia, and he let me know about it. He said, what is going on? You never call me on anything anymore since I've been here as a lieutenant governor. I said, oh, okay, don't worry, I'll be calling you now. And so I tested him. So I've been calling him the past 2-3 times, and he's been here. So he's here again, and he's my brother, other than the Washington State Lieutenant Governor, Denny Hack.
You kind of forgot about me? I am so honored to be a part of this day. And again, I'm Lieutenant Governor. I'm honored to be invited anywhere. I'm always mindful of the couple that had 2 small children. One dreamed of becoming a merchant marine, grew up, went out to sea. The other grew up to be lieutenant governor. Neither were ever heard from again. There I am. What to say after all these wonderful speakers and all these incredible observations? Here's what I'm going to go with. There isn't a person sitting in this magnificent crowd that's going to have a happier day this year than today. This is a happy day. This is a happy place. All the more appropriate that it is named for our dear friend, Patsy Surh. So I've had the privilege to represent Pierce County in one capacity or another for nearly 15 years. And I've been at probably 923 community meetings at which Patsy was president. Can any of us say that you've ever been around Patsy that it didn't immediately make you feel better? I just feel better being in her presence. The truth is, this is America, this is a democracy. We don't believe in a monarchy. But if we had royalty, it would be. All those wonderful adjectives. Ryan, what did you use? Gracious, quiet, tenacious. I'm going to add another one that I hope incorporates all that has been said about her today. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Patsy is the classiest person I know. So as Lieutenant Governor, forgotten though the office may be, I'm not done here yet. I'm kind of just getting started. I have what some would say is the responsibility to speak on behalf of all 8 million Washingtonians. I don't consider it a responsibility, I consider it a privilege. And on behalf of all 8 million Washingtonians, I want to express the deepest gratitude for everybody involved in this magnificent project. That's everyone, the contractors, the vendors, certainly includes Asia Pacific Cultural Center, Annie Loa. Madam Speaker, later I would like to speak with you because I do not understand the part where she said she asked for things that she did not always get. I do not understand. Our dynamic was established long ago. She says, jump, I ask how high on the way up. Sharon? Sharon. Force of nature. Tsunami, hurricane, come to mind. More responsible for adding affordable housing units than just about anybody. Just about anybody. So, thank you as well to Representative Theringer and Senator Trudeau, Senator Conway, all the legislators who helped make this possible. Steve covered it well, and both Steves. But I think there's something that needs to be said about this unbelievable large increase, historic ever appropriation for affordable housing. Please understand that this is in the context of Yasmin and Steve having 145 other legislators banging on their door, calling them, buttonholing them on the floor of the House and the Senate, emailing them, asking for capital projects for their district. They had to make this happen here in a lot of places across the state in the face of a lot of competing demands. It didn't happen automatically. It's easy to say, well, they appropriated the money. They appropriated the money because it was their highest priority to take us to the highest level ever, and we are grateful to all who were involved. So finally, why it is so heartwarming, gratifying to be here today, to remind ourselves about the underlying need here. Our State Department of Commerce projects that we need 1.2 million additional housing units in the next 20 years, just over 50% of them affordable housing units. We have, by many objective measures, the worst housing shortage, marketplace, and especially affordable housing units of any of the 50 states in the country. This is a huge problem statement. And for those of you who have seen me speak at other housing events, you know I have an expression. I'm never giving it up, and I'm never going to let you forget it. It's pretty simple. Pillow, blanket, roof. If somebody doesn't have a pillow to lay their head on at night, a blanket to keep them warm, and a roof over their head to keep the rain off them, then any other issue in their life, whatever it is going to be made more difficult, including the path to dignity. Pillow, blanket, roof. And that is absolutely what all of you who have been involved in this magnificent project have been able to provide. And so, lastly, and once again, on behalf of 8 million of your neighbors and your fellow residents of this beautiful state, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well, at this time, and I'm going to ask for everyone's assistance. When I called up Patsy and said, guess what? We're going to do a housing project and we're going to name it after you. She just got really quiet. And I know she was crying on the other side. She's still crying right now. She's been crying since she got here today. Because of all of you, this lady is being honored today. Because of Lehigh and Sharon's heart, it's happened today. But because it happened during our leadership over at APCC, together, the board and I, our staff and our volunteers, we honor this lady very much. And so we asked Sharon and Lehigh to please name it after Patsy Surh. And Sharon called me up and said, yes, it's approved. And then I started crying. Because we get to honor such a woman. Like many of you said, she's quiet, gracious, very smart, visionary. She is all those things. But to us at APCC, she's our mom. She counsels us, she mentors us, and she brings us candy, and she brings us food, and she makes sure we're taken care of. That's what a mother does. And because she's our mom, we raise her up today. Lehigh and APCC calls up, Patsy, come on up here. And everyone, if you all stand. With our Asia Pacific community, our elected officials who are here, and wishing you well, our friends who couldn't be here, family members who couldn't be here. We dedicate Patsy Surh Place to you, Patsy O'Connell.
What do you do? How should I be behaving here? I can't imagine all of you are here to celebrate the low-income housing. Not for me. It just has my name on it. It is indeed an immense honor to have my name associated with such a beautiful community housing project. I would like to express my gratitude to Lehigh, their relentless effort in serving low-income seniors, homeless, and veterans. Sharon, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Our APCC Executive Director, Lua, has shown remarkable dedication and energy in being a partner to this project. I cannot stress enough how grateful I am for her unwavering commitment. When Lua asked me what name I would like to use, I thought of a Korean name, Inseok-seok, which I rarely use since I left Korea. Then maybe Patricia O'Connell. I'm sure people will think it's something to do with the Irish. So I said, maybe Patsy Surh, my maiden name, and when my father used to call me. I'm confident that this much needed housing initiative will provide countless opportunity for those who are in desperate need of safe, comfortable, and secure place to call home. The Patsy Surh Place promised to offer all that and much more. Each resident will have the chance to engage in various activities and build meaningful connection for their overall well-being. I extend my best wishes to each of the fortunate residents and express my deepest appreciation to Lehigh and APCC for their steadfast commitment. Watching this Lincoln District come to life has been an incredible experience as it enriches the community and encourages neighborly support. My heartfelt wish for every resident in good health and happiness while living in this beautiful building. I know for sure many immigrants would like to have their names left in this land. Therefore, it is profound gratitude and humility that I find my name etched in the annal of my adopted homeland, America. May this great nation, the United States of America, continue to flourish and thrive in endless prosperity and harmony for generations to come. Thank you all for coming.
Patsy, can you just stay here? And can I have all the board members for APCC come up? Quickly. An advisory board member. Come on, Dr. Stone. Come on, Claire. Come on, Francis. Sharon, can you come up here in the front? Ladies and gentlemen, this project is going to be a model because Lehigh has helped in fund developing, and it's going to help manage the whole rental assistance and everything. But APCC, being the primary owner of this project, will do all the activities. The tenants will never be bored. The tenants will never be hungry. The tenants will always be happy. And so, because it is our culture to take care of our elders. And as Sharon said, majority of them are Asia Pacific people, but we have many other nationalities who live in this building, and they're going to learn about who we are. They're going to learn, and we're going to learn from them. So also with this project, we're going to use our youth program to learn from the elders' stories. We're going to have intergenerational activities. This project, you can mark my word, it will be a model for senior housing, affordable senior housing project. Yes. It's not only a model because of a community-based organization with a housing development professional program, partnering together to make this happen. That's a model in itself. But the contents of living happy and inspiringly and excitingly. And can you just imagine Lua visiting them every day? So, ladies and gentlemen, APCC feels in our hearts gratefulness and thanks to Lehigh, especially our sister Sharon. So Sharon, we're going to honor you with a tanoa. This is a Pacific Islander bowl, and it is a bowl that we use for our cultural ceremonies. And we have engraved on it, says, big old thank you, Sharon Lee, Executive Director of Low Income Housing Institute from Asia Pacific Cultural Center, May 21st, 2025. Thank you, Sharon, for all you've done. And we don't stop here, we need to continue. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't gotten the scissors yet, please, if you've gotten the scissors and your gloves, put your gloves on and hold your scissors, don't hurt anyone. And we're going to go through this opening over here and go over, because we're going to cut the ribbon and open this project. If you just walk on these stairs here, go up. Okay, right on the other side.
I'll let you lead.
Okay, on the other side. So you can, over here. Yeah, watch it, go. Stop the ribbon, go on the other side.
I know.
There you go.
It's great.
No, that's all you
Day between the nuts, so I'm kind of
Yeah,
Super creative and
Yeah, please.
And please bend down. Wait.
Gloves are so
Roll the ribbon.
그래도 저 뒤에서 봐주는 사람들
We're going to be in the audience.
Only if you're cutting. Okay, now cut this way. Yeah. One.
저 남편 손장모 예.
어떻게 건강하셔요?
예, 좋으셨잖아요.
어디?
Okay, come on up here.
팁.
And everyone come over here to watch the ribbon cutting.
right in the front, right in the front.
Come on up.
Patsy, over here.
Yeah, and can you spread down? Spread down.
Oh, yes, Sharon. Lua, aren't you coming?
Your gloves are not.
Oh, she gonna sneak
No. Get Lua some scissors. Lua?
Down there and see.
Lua?
Okay, all right. Okay.
Lua, you gotta be on this side. Hey, you can't shush me.
Everybody's ready?
No, Lua. No. Get over here. Get on the other side. Right down here. Right down there. Now. There you go. Okay. She's like, hey, 1, 2, 3.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Good. You can't wave us off.
She's upset.
Okay, now everyone go in. The door is open. Come on in there. Okay, can I please have my scissors back?
Hey, scissors.
They don't work?
Scissors.
I'll take any nurse.
Sure, I'll take the gloves. No, can't be like. Scissors.
Hi, congratulations.
Scissors.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. Scissors. Gloves.
I'm not gonna use the gloves again. Good to see you.
What?
Ready to
Put me to work.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's okay.
Really
That's right.
cool.
I
Look how
don't care.
beautiful this
I don't
is.
care. Thank you very much. Did you get rid of your scissors? Right here. Wait.
I after the gift.
Congratulations. Giving the gift. Hey, Tina.
Okay. You don't need to fight to go in, so just go in.
You might as well speak.
And don't forget to come back and eat.
It was so wonderful to get a bully and you get to
Oh,
speak.
that's so thank you. Thank you. And you all feel that.
Yeah, no, you should be very good. Well deserved.
Do you want to see my...
Aaron, what are you doing here?
Here we go. Right here, 1, 2, 3. So, you know, there was artwork in the office. So Patsy.
Hi, Maria. Oh my God. The one on the wall.
Here to the right.
You know a tiny home and a tent city. Are you one of the key holders? Oh, how are you? So good to have you. Picture. Are you here? Big picture.
It's about an hour drive away. And then they should go and because if you would have got that high.
I'm with county executive. How about that?
Hold on a second. We need to have a photo here. Wait. Yeah, here. Here you are.
Right. Sorry.
Beautiful. Thank you.
How are you? So good to see you.
How are you doing?
Doing great. I can't thank you. What a celebration.
Great celebration.
What a celebration. You know what? You know. Oh, yeah, but you know what? As they say, you have so you know
Someone has
about
to name
it.
the vision. She's an executor, but you're the visionary.
Exactly. You know about the leadership. Yeah, I don't need to remind you. Hey, I want a photo. Oh, you gonna take a photo? Yes. So everyone, here is the art gallery. Thank you. One more. Thank you. The art gallery. Hey, great to see you. Keep up the good work. How are you? Oh my gosh. How are you doing? Good.
August 29th? Okay, we'll make sure it's on the calendar.
You know, I'm
Okay. We will, if I will do everything I can. Is it going to be at the new APCC? Okay. I'll special. Congratulations.
Everyone right here.
We'll see you soon.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
I understand that Madam
speaker was in a particular kind of a class with you some 25 years ago, and you rendered a beautiful piece of artwork, and she said, "May I have it?" And you said yes. So Patsy, in the spirit of that, may I have that? You could say no. I could say no as an elected official.
Just turn into your quiet self and look at him and smile.
Well, it worked for her. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
It's still up in my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we took out that $2 million.
It's up in the landing stairway. You remember the piece that you did? That it's in the landing or stairway.
And we put money in there.
I see it.
And so is it back? Well, I think that's
Did you do this? Did you do this?
I don't Yeah. So
oh my God, you don't have time.
I can't. It's just people. And I think they actually
This is my photographer.
conversation about that anyway. Please consider.
So these will all be.
Oh my God. Oh my God. As long as it do something for the next phase of the funding.
I know. Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
On behalf of all the Christians, we are Tacoma River Rangers.
When you kick me, you can stay down.
Great job. God bless you. Yeah, God bless you.
Yes.
Pastor Hill Q from the Tacoma River Rangers in Portland. Yeah, we are honored to be here.
Thank you.
It's better than what we have.
Well, it's great. I've been walking today, so I was
You are able to do both things.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say hi.
How are you?
Did you want to get them over on one of the tables from by the town?
Very good. Very nice.
Hold on. Yeah. Are you leaving? No, I'm just going to take these. Patsy Surh. I'm just going to take these and put these down.
Hey!
I saw you in that nodding your head.
Oh, yeah! It's good to see you.
I have some idea to talk to you about. Oh, okay.
Wait, Lori, don't run away.
I know. I'm just going to take these and put these out.
We're leaving really quick, but you know we didn't take our CMHB photo this year for the first time, and I know I thought about it when I got home, and I was like, so
I know that.
so anyway, I just want to brag.
Wait, hey, don't you
Neither of us remembered.
Well, maybe now we should all do. We should do them now everywhere.
and they're just everywhere. Yeah, whatever. She must be so happy. Look at this girl. Can I do it? Oh, okay. You need to get in here. No, you need to. Patsy, you need to get in here. Patsy, you the woman of the hour.
I'll come back.
Okay, Auntie, I love you so much. Okay, I'll see you next time. Yes. Okay.
I would like to introduce you. This is the Chinese seniors leader, Charlie.
Okay, our next tour will start.
반갑습니다.
한국 분이세요?
아니요, 두 사람은 한국입니다. 경상도에서. 너무 영광스럽습니다.
네, 그렇게 만나 뵈서 반갑습니다.
사진을 지금 사진 한 장.
Next tour starts in 2 minutes. I think. Good morning.
Yeah, okay.
You know, absolutely. I felt like I was the last person to know that this building was going to have your name on it, and so I just had to come. Oh, and just congratulations to you and the whole team. Doing it. I just love my name. It's the intention and the spirit, and it wouldn't happen. It all. It is. It's not just thank you. So what a great result. Yes. It's so wonderful to hear some of the residents.
What's the date?
Well, I'm so glad you made it up.
Yeah, well, October the 4th.
And August 29 is the
Oh,
card?
yeah. So what's the difference between those two dates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's side.
Yeah.
Who bought the
Okay.
I just want to say congratulations, thank you for everything that you've done. Good to see you.
How are you?
You've done for our community, for housing, and the momentous
Everything
work you
he's
did.
done.
And really
That
the
list is very long.
The tremendous work you did in the budget.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Does Joe have you talked about?
Thank you. That's my daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's my
Really?
daughter who is quietly not I know. I wish I Hear that, Jenny? This is my daughter, Karen.
Karen?
Yes.
I'm Denny.
Lieutenant Governor.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Tell me what it was like living there.
Oh my goodness. Like today, all the time.
Really?
Good food, laughs, yeah, lots of people. Yeah. Quiet. What are you digging out here? You're not supposed to.
Haven't had a chance to say hi to Jenny yet.
Yes.
She's been very busy.
She's very good.
What?
As a mayor, did
Yes.
you around come
Oh, we are very proud of her.
You live here?
Up in Seattle. Not nice. digging secrets out.
Do you?
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah. Okay. Did you go on?
I presume that means that's open.
Okay.
Is this open?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
This
you.
is a one bedroom.
Ooh.
Oh, somebody just dropped that. So all of our apartments are set up with extra wide hallways, extra wide standard bathrooms. So if
Yes.
somebody does become mobility impaired while they're residing here, they won't have to move to.
All of them are.
All of them. Yep, all of them have the bars and the bench
Oh, wow.
in the bathroom as well.
How many square feet is this?
This one is 641.
Feels like more than that.
So this is our largest one. It's 641 square feet. And all of the furniture you see comes in our units. We also provide all the housewares that you see. So when people are coming from homelessness, they have the basics that they need. Kitchen.
I need to sit
Yeah, help yourself.
So yeah, this one's our largest one, those windows.
Oh
So,
my God, it's so beautiful.
Can you tell me about the units? This is
Yes.
one bedroom, 700 square feet.
Yep.
There's a studio.
We have
It's-
we have one bedrooms ranging from 641 square feet, which is this one, all the way down to 590.
444. Or one bedrooms, 590.
One bedrooms are 590.
So this is the large one bedroom.
This is a large
Okay.
bedroom. but they're all pretty much the same design.
Right.
They all have standard bathroom sizes, standard hallway sizes, standard door sizes. So
Right.
anybody can be in a wheelchair,
Right.
basically, and tour around. Our studios are, you can have up to 2 people residing in them. But I think our smallest studio is 419. I thought it was 419.
It might be
square feet.
419.
Yeah. And
This-
I'll show you one of those just right down the way.
This is incredible window, natural
Yeah.
lighting.
Yeah, the studio we have at the end of the hall is 444, and they're all fully furnished and just beautiful. So it's a great privilege to.
And you're mostly full up?
We have 11
all
unrented.
Yeah. It's
And
pretty
when did
exciting.
Excuse me, when did the first person move in?
May 1st. We moved 27 people in May 1st, and we moved 26 people in May 2nd. And
That
we
was
just
the first.
continued growing it. We're at 66 occupied apartments right now.
All before the month's out.
Yep, we're hopeful we'll have 100% occupancy by hopefully the 15th of June.
That's our goal.
That's our goal.
We're doing it, Hannah.
I know it.
We got this.
This is the third Lehigh partnership housing project. I've been at the grand opening of it.
Nice. Were you at Lotus Court too? In Olympia?
No, I was at the Billy Frank place.
Oh, Billy Frank. Okay, yeah.
There was, and the other one was here just last year, year before.
Yeah, we did the groundbreaking here.
No, not here. I mean, by here I mean in Tacoma, in downtown.
Oasis. Is it one of our shelters?
No, it was.
Oh, the Heron maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't out there. I wasn't there.
I would like
so
to
well.
But I moved slow.
We're done with the units. So I'll take you downstairs.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yes, we'll go visit the garden. Oh, of course.
The studios at the other end.
Yes. And another 1-bedroom for you to tour.
You might be. You never know.
Medium size.
Did you want to see the studio?
I would like.
Okay,
Is it at the end of the
let's
hall?
go see that. Yeah.
I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm on
no,
my
you'll
way.
be all right.
Moving slowly.
So it's very secure. Because
Very secure.
Very secure.
Well, as
Each
somebody who's
kind of with a little-
ridiculous balance issues, I like seeing these
Right?
guardrails, handrails on the
Yeah,
on the side of the wall.
we do put them in our senior living facilities. So.
So, are you with?
I'm with Lehigh.
Lehigh.
Yeah, I'm the regional operations manager for Lehigh. We're gonna go right here.
So, what does that region?
I go from Lake Stevens all the way to Olympia. Billy Frank is one of mine as well.
Oh, can you enter?
Yes, absolutely. So this is a studio. This particular one is 444 square feet. All studios have 2 windows. So this is probably the darkest unit.
Although, what's your first name?
Hannah.
Hannah. Here's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
At that beautiful, completely natural lighted
Yep.
other unit we were in,
Yep.
as a child who grew up in the 50s and 60s,
Yep.
you know what my thought was?
What?
There's not enough wall space for a TV.
Right.
And
This
so
one
I'm looking at
has
this
it.
one, I'm going, they've got a TV.
Yep.
They got a wall.
Yep. Yep. You're exactly right.
But there's, sorry, sir.
It's okay.
There's no parking.
There's no actual signed parking, but in the city of Tacoma, it's open street parking. And you'll find even most houses do not have like garage parking or driveway parking.
Okay.
Yeah, so it really hasn't been an issue.
Of the number, what do you have, 50?
77.
No,
We
how
have
many?
66 so far.
How many cars?
I would say 12 total.
But there's a bus, I think.
Yeah, and there's a bus stop right outside the front door. So it's very convenient. And then we have a loading and unload zone, which is kind of for, it's a 3-minute, so it's very convenient for like Ubers, healthcare drop off and pick up. It's very convenient. They're very safe out there. So
Beautiful, beautiful. A nice road, isn't it? Beautiful.
And this is the,
And this is another 1-bedroom. We just like to show, off the one with all the windows. This is one that doesn't have as many windows. 548.
and that one was?
651, I think. 651.
Well, Hannah, it's not like it isn't brightly lit.
Right. It's actually, I think, like you said, it has a wall for a television. Some of those ones
I actually like this one.
Yeah.
For my feng shui,
Yeah.
I think I would like this one more.
People do have different preferences, so it's nice to give them an option.
Oh, that's a walk-in closet.
That's a walk-in closet, sir. Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, nope, that's totally fine. Take a rest.
Oh. Yeah. Where's the cable outlet?
Cable outlet in this particular unit, I think, is hiding behind here.
Okay.
Yes, right here.
Okay.
Started out as a property manager for Sharon. Just kind of grew with the company. As the company grew, I grew too.
How many total units system-wide?
Oh, I think we are at
3,000.
3,700, I believe.
How many different buildings?
We just hit 86, I believe.
Yeah. It's a big operation.
Yeah, it is. It is. But it's needed. I mean, it's definitely needed in our state, right?
Understatement.
Yeah. Yeah. We could use 12 Lehighs. Really.
Except for Sharon would eat them all. That's a
Oh, I know. I wouldn't work for her. I used to work for profit.
Yeah.
And traveled all over, and she got me to settle down and stay. So she makes it worth it. It's very rewarding to see people
to make a difference in people's lives living more.
Yeah. And the case management element is huge. You know, we have a Lehigh case manager and we have an ABCC case manager, and they really help the residents.
2 full-time?
2 full-time. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have barriers?
Well, we're just a non-smoking building, right? So they can't smoke inside. We prefer not to, because we would ask them to vacate first. If they chose not to, then we would take an eviction route. But we try to avoid that at all costs, because it is so detrimental to them forever after that.
Yeah, it's just a tough issue to deal with.
It is. It is. You know, we've also, I used to manage one of our big buildings in Seattle, the Fry, and we used to work really closely with Lakeside Milam Recovery Center. Some of our residents as well would need that, and so we partnered with them to get them the recovery that they need, and then our case managers helped them sustain that.
So tell me about the placement process.
Sure. Depending on the types of funding, so VASH, let's say we have 17 veterans that are here. They are sent to us by the VA, so we partner with the VA. They have to be homeless, So they come from their shelters or things like that. We work with them, with the VA, and Tacoma Housing Authority then subsidizes their portion of the rent. So that's that subsidy coverage.
But the 17 are pre-selected.
Well, we started working with the vets about April 15th, getting referrals from the VA and working with their VA case managers to find people that were 55, had to be homeless, got all the paperwork done. It's a process. It takes about 30 days to get a referral.
Gangnam Style. 낮에도 따사로운 인간적인 여자, 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자, 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자, 그런 반짝 있는 여자. 너는 선호해, 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그 선호해. 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때려 선호해. 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해. 그런 선호해. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 바로 너. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 바로 너. 지금부터 날 오빤 강남스타일. 강남스타일. 오빤 강남스타일. 강남스타일. 오빤 강남스타일. 섹시 레이디. 성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자, 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자, 가렸지만 웬만한 노 오빤 강남스타일. 오빤 강남스타일. Say jump up, roll it, jump back, roll it, to the left, yeah, roll it, back to the right, roll it, cha-cha up, roll it, cha-cha back, roll it, say now two-step, turn, now two-step. Right now I wanna have a little fun, later on I'll let you know if you're the happy one. She's
One, two, three.